That's a very personal question. I do have things at home in the refrigerator. I have a couple bottles of cologne. I have bottled water. And in the freezer, I have ice and some jeans. My name's Jeff Elliott. I'm a full-service interior designer. Basically, it's more complicated than you could imagine. You have to design a space, figure out how the space is built, subcontract people to get it built for you, and supervise the job that they're doing to get it built. And you also have to make every single decision that goes into that space and manage the client's finances as well as the client themselves. So it's a little complicated. Residentially, probably 10,000 square feet is the biggest house we've done. And then commercially, we do a lot of restaurants and nightclubs. The last big project I did was last year. The View House in downtown is one of mine. Suite 200 a couple years before is one of mine, and I'm currently doing a big monster right now called Dorchester on 14th and Market, which will be open next month.
Are you really?
Yeah. It'll definitely be the next step, and it'll be a great place, and it'll be a good environment for the city to have, and I'm proud of it, but wow, is it a big deal. I'm a Colorado native and actually from Pueblo. I've been in it since '94, and I've been a full Madhouse since 2000. I was thinking about that the other day actually, and at the close of this summer, which will be Labor Day, it'll only be 2 years, but I've been with you for 8 years now that we just discussed, so I've been there since the beginning.
You've been there.
CrossFit, I feel like I would have evolved into one way or the other, but luckily I had you here and had the guidance right from the very beginning, so I basically had a rope pulling me in, and it was easy to be pulled into it. My favorite thing to do outside of CrossFit is drink bourbon and look at magazines and go to movies, and of course travel, but one costs a little bit less than the other one.
What?
I am a art house independent movie fiend. No domestic cinema for me. Even though I try as many as I can, I still think it boils down to E.H. Taylor. So great. Good. Now they have a tornado surviving E.H. Taylor, which is basically barrels of their bourbon were a tornado ripped the building apart, so these barrels sat outside for 9 months, and they sat through the heat and the cold through the seasons, and they thought they'd be bad, and in reality they're better than you could imagine, and super rare and super expensive now.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's a good thing. Tornado surviving E.H. Taylor is what it's called. You can actually get it at Root down here. They ended up with bottles of it prior to the craze happening, where everyone wanted it.
Really?
Yeah.
I dig it.
That's a big question, because if I thought, like, what are the most important things in life, and on and on and on, I would not miss CrossFit for anything. If I had to pick between work and CrossFit as the most important things, I'd have to say work, because it would pay for CrossFit. I like the results. It keeps you completely fit, keeps your strength maintained, keeps you aesthetically appealing, and looking. And I think that's about it, is the results that you have. They're very firm. You see them, they're stable, they're there. Well, I've been with other situations of CrossFit training, so I know the difference of one, that is not so favored. I like the way that, I like our environment, I like our group. I like that we kind of know each other, but we don't know each other, and I like that everyone's supportive and nothing's intimidating and nothing's threatening. And I like the way that it's ran, and of course all the work that you do, which is number one.
Your life.
It's kind of done it. The thing that's weird now is, as I'm getting older, I'm 46 now, you can see the difference between your peers or people that you graduated high school with that aren't into fitness or still do the Monday National Bench Press Day. You know, there's definitely a different weight difference and there's definitely a different body shape. So right now that's the most important thing to me. The other thing is when I have tests and whatnot done, like in regards to physicals, I'm always above and beyond, and that's another good thing. So I'll be here a while. Definitely, whether I'm focused on it or not, the weight, the strength increases, so that's a good thing, an obvious good thing. It doesn't increase rapidly, but it does increase in probably about 6-month increments. Specifically, pull-ups are a big deal. I've never been able to do those, and now I can do a kipping pull-up. And of course, all the other exercises that relate to throwing the bar around. That's a big deal. I think there's definitely the clothes and the wardrobe and the confidence is there. And for me, that's one of the most important things, because of that little checklist in life of how's my fitness, how's my bank account, how's my workload, how's my mental state, how's your romance, how's the car looking, things like that. It's definitely to have fitness and whatnot checked right off the list where you don't have to worry at all. That's a big deal. Oh, it's the most important thing. I tell people all the time, and I'm just a little lost why they are not on board immediately, because of the obvious benefits that you get from it are unbelievable, but at the same time, you would never do most of our workouts, even the slowest, easiest day, you would never do it on your own. You'd never accomplish it. Whereas in here, regardless of how difficult it is, you just get through it and keep going and it works. But on your own, there's no way. And if you can't keep up that type of exercise, your physique's not going to keep up either. And that's a big deal.
It is a big